Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Auburn Tigers, Jordan-Hare Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Cincinnati Bearcats, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Auburn Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bearcats will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tigers offense will take the field first. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have two guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run.
Turning it on! And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
One of the things I love about this offense is they're very versatile in their passing attack. They throw to receivers and tight ends, and the screen game is big as well. This guy is a weapon. You're seeing that here early.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. That's reeled in. It's Briggs. Still running up the 40. Breaks into the open on the left. Touchdown, Tiger. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Cincinnati Bearcats offense will get the ball for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
What a great play on defense there. It was virtually unblockable. He reminds me of Nick Fairley, probably the most dominant Auburn Tiger defender that I can remember. He was simply unblockable. You could see.
Breaks into the open. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third-and-long situations where I can bring on more speedsters, and I know the pass is coming, so I can have more success.
Hauls it in, looking for space. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man out of the backfield. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Running into the open space. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. And he can flat roll, turning on the Jets like a Cam Newton or Nick Marshall.
I was thinking about rolling trees, but yeah, I'm right there with you, man. These Auburn offenses that are so great, they've had the same commonality over the last several years, and that's a great dynamic quarterback that can make plays and push the pace of that offense.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20th to 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. To throw, it's Houck. Trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught near the sideline, it's Anderson. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds. And the Bearcats send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to Pop with a pick on the 2nd one, and now they'll see if they can find the middle with his 3rd possession. Auburn lines up quickly.
And I tell you what, I love this call early in the game. You know why? You get your quarterback hit early. He gets hit. Wait a minute. Nerves settle.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
I got to be honest, I'm a little surprised the offense is trying to go so fast here after giving up a huge loss on...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
To the air, it's Houck. They've got the screen set up. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The defense was onto something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. That's the end of the quarter and Auburn has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. So here comes the Auburn offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, we should have ran a better route.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Just keep swinging it. It's complete to the left. Now they're starting to feel it. They got a first down at the 44. Auburn to the line in a hurry.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Going over the top. He got it. He stopped just short of the goal line, but they'll have it 1st and goal from the 1. The big explosive play put him right on the edge, but you got to finish the deal.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Unleashes to the end zone. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And he makes another momentum-building play. His 2nd interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Fires to the big fella. Taking it the other way. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They go to the ground. They've got the play bottled up. Fumble, it's out. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll start this drive going to the air. Guys, let's chat a little big picture off. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Auburn comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
This offense is so good, man. They can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bearcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Howard. He finds a dead spot in the middle. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Bearcats are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Now, coach. Never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Fletcher. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And the Bearcats had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back on the option, the gift. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The negative play leaves him with 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Bearcats. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
That is exactly what this offense needed to do. You talk about answering at the right time, right before the half, close this gap, create some momentum, go into the half, put something together, try to come out with your hair on fire and win this second half.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Wants to go up top on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. The sophomore making a big play and hauling in that pass.
And you just could not allow that to happen defensively, giving up a big play like that. They're going to need to now play with some sense of urgency if they're not going to give up any points here before the end of the half.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds his back in the middle. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top and time's running out in the half. Looking to the big tight end. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And it's third down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is extended over further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there on the Plains.
Auburn ready to boot it deep to start the second half. Here he comes with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime, you riled yourselves up, and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Going with the ground game left. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. The Bearcats will send out the punt unit. Looks it in at the 40. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Looking to throw on first down. Back open in the middle. He'll work his way down to the 28.
It's a nice play call there. You've got two-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
The Tigers racing to the line in a hurry up. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Flips it out to the back. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. Now with a first and goal, let's see what Auburn's got cooking. Calls his own number. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Makes the grab. Touchdown, Auburn! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And we've been anticipating this top 15 matchup all week. Let's show you how things are playing out. Clemson has the lead currently, but they've been in a dogfight all day today and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 12 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything changes in this big-time ACC matchup. Guys?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Picks Useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may...
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return with that small change. They take over at the 43. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
To the air, it's Howard. Here's the pressure. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion.
Trying to get it in. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Cincinnati! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think...
There he goes! That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Offside, defense.
The officials throw the flag, but the offense won't need it. They'll decline that and keep the big play. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Finds a crease at the 20. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Auburn lines up quickly.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Quarterback on the keeper. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
Nice job there by the QB on the zone read, because he's watching the D lineman, and he knows he has to keep the football, and then he right away takes it upfield to get some positive points.
He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that first down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the first down marker. Turnover on downs.
power football with the run. He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Leaves it with the back. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. The offense lines up at its own 14-yard line. First down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He's going to take off. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Great place to start for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Auburn. A great catch and run for 6. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the fourth, and they are going to go to 7-0.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Trying play action. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
He's got it. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on second and long. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And as he throws, the incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And I get it. At this point in the second half, dude, we got to make something happen. We haven't been good enough. We got to score a lot of points and quickly.
He's going for the goal line. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. Touchdown, Tiger! And the route is on. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, that last play is basically a microcosm of what today has been like for this offense. Just nothing happening. Not physical enough at the point of attack. They're being swarmed. They haven't had the balance necessary to win this game, and that's why they find themselves trailing late.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Shoots it to the left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, I'll give this offense some credit because they've got a lot of fight. There is no quit in them, and they're obviously trailing by a big amount in this game. They haven't had a lot of success, but they're still taking shots, and their players are still out there competing.
He's taking the deep shot. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. The give, and tick, 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 tick. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Auburn to the line in a hurry. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Working that left side now. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Quarterback making adjustments. To the air on 1st down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Ball is at the 42-yard line. Close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. From the gun. Wants to pass. Makes the grab. Still on his feet at the 45. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Time to take a shot. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. It was just too easy, and he didn't look it in.
And And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Today for this ball club, they come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.